untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Guess that's you guys.
Ocean Drives films with Eclipse Dine-In Cinemas Bundoran. Now serving pizza, hot dogs, ice cream and more to your seat. Find out more at Eclipse Cinemas.
Time to join our man at the movies, Mr. Collie MacPhaidin, live from Eclipse Cinemas Bundoran via our Zoom call. A very good afternoon to you, Collie.
Good afternoon.
And Easter. You got over the Easter, the holidays,
yes.
Christmas, summer.
Yes,
everything.
midterm, even Halloween. Yeah, we're okay with it. I was just thinking there as well. It is good that you played the Beatles and U2 first. We feel like spring chickens, really.
You do.
In comparison, yes, it's been a very busy midterm. I know one of the movies we talked about a lot last week, Five Nights at Freddy's. We were very curious to see how it goes. It's been a huge hit. Actually, it's been an odd time in some ways because you have Five Nights at Freddy's, which it was a computer game. None of the people in it are massive stars, really. Some of them, one of the chaps was in the Hunger Games 10 years ago, but nobody's a big star. But people knew about it. It's there. Taylor Swift totally avoided all the movie studios. Huge hit. The Miracle Club, little small Irish independent movie, huge hit. And this week we're talking about another movie that really has a lot of actors that have, they've cut their teeth on American TV and so on. They'll be reasonably well known, but none of them are names. And it's been a mega hit in the States. And hopefully soon you will find out why. So we've only one movie this week. It's called Bottoms. You've already got one pun in. The sinister mandarins at Ocean FM are wondering how this is going to go. I believe you have found a clip because I was emailing you safe clips off air going, be careful which clip you get, but you've got the right one, yeah?
I think I have the right, not exactly the one you sent me, but it's
that's
one
okay.
I got last night, and I have this, and I had it wired in for today. Now, what got me was I had to watch an enormous amount of clips.
Yes, before you found the safe one.
No. We've been doing this for years,
yeah.
right? Years and years, and we play clips in the movies. I have never had to play so many clips to find this.
What's your plan here?
Jeff is psychotic.
So, we teach a bunch of girls how to defend themselves. Adrenaline is flowing. Next thing you know, Isabel and Brittany are kissing us on the mouth.
I'll sign off on your period club.
Amazing.
What? We are literally at the bottom. We have nowhere to go but up.
I want that trophy.
I have to go see this. I want to go see this.
Yeah. I saw the clip the first trailer only about 2 weeks ago because I wasn't sure we were going to get it. I saw the and I laughed my head off and I went, I hope they send us a clean trailer because I cannot show this to people. It is really funny. And the premise is, you can kind of hear it there. It's that sort of awkward, angsty teen stuff, but it's also totally satirical, totally over the top and outrageous. It's a bit Mean Girls, probably more. There's an old 80s movie called Heathers, which had a real edge to it. That was a real popular cult hit. It's a little bit Pitch Perfect, but it's a lot of Fight Club. And basically it's these two girls, and there's a very funny routine where they're talking about it, and they're both gay, and they're both talking about, it's so tough to be in our school because we're gay. And her friend looks around and goes, it's 2023, man. Nobody cares that we're two gay girls. It's the fact that we're rubbish at it. That we've no talent, we can't sing, we're not artistic at all, and we're not that pretty. This is our problem. And it's so set up that way, and it's so funny. And they've the worst school with the most inappropriate teachers, but the high school football team are the most pampered prima donnas. It is the geeks versus the jocks. But in this case, they're they're so annoying, and they're so well treated, and they're so worried about their allergies and making the team. And it is just outrageous the way it's set up. And I don't even want to give too much away because the plot goes to nonsense. But basically, they start off, they accidentally get in a fight with the main quarterback, right? And to cover up so they don't get kicked out of school, they were saying, no, we were practicing for a self-defense class. So they have to set up a girls' fight club. And that's how it's going. And these girls have no idea. So one of them just says, punch me in the face then. And the other one goes, okay. And that's where it goes downhill from there. we also have probably the most well-known person in the movie outside of certainly in Ireland would be a guy called Marshawn Lynch, who's a very famous American footballer. Who is, I don't know if he did a lot of media when he was playing football. He is naturally so funny, as in a school of the most inappropriate teachers in the world. He is the most inappropriate teacher, but is quite supportive of the girls. And it just rollicks along. I watched this at 8 a.m. this morning, and I was roaring laughing, and the staff started coming in about 9:30, right? Just as I was getting in, and they could hear laughing from the rooms, and they're going, it's Halloween. They're a bit freaked out. They were going haunted cinema. No, it was just me roaring laughing. And when you're sitting in a room on your own, laughing out loud, it says a lot for it. Now, it's not for the faint-hearted, but it is only a 15A. And I think it's only a 15A because it's so over the top. It's so clearly not serious. Yet it probably has real things to say about, the inner rage of young girls sometimes in situations where nobody's listening to them. But mostly it's such an obvious kind of Mickey take and over the top that I think they get away with it. Whereas there's other movies that are like Magic Mike was a 16. And didn't shock me at all. This one, a couple of times, I went, oh my God, I can't believe somebody said that.
I mean, some of the lines in the trailers, how are they getting away with that?
I don't know. But I suppose it's because of who's saying it. There's a kind of a power difference. And I think when it's the kids talking to the teacher, it's funny. If it was the teacher talking to the kids, it would be creepy. And sometimes that's the story. It's an angle of we've all seen high school movies, even though, you always think, is that what America's really like? Because I tell you something, Closh Dana's Christian Brothers School for Boys was nothing like this, right? Back in Farnham, back then, and even now. But it's so, as I said, it's so purposely over the top. It's so much fun. I think this is going to be a huge cult hit. I'll be interested to see whether people will come to the cinema and see it, because I think it might have a natural home in streaming. I don't know. I really hope they do, because movies
this is like a night out.
When you're sitting in a room full of people, it is just funnier. Laughter is contagious. And I think people will really enjoy this. It's like the best one of these since American Pie or something like that.
I was thinking that when I was looking at it. I said, American Pie.
It's really funny and outrageous, but quite sweet. You actually like the people, because there's loads of these movies being made, but you go, they're all obnoxious. I don't like any of them. Whereas this one, you go, I still quite like them. It's really, really good. I hope people go out and see it. Absolute two thumbs up.
Opening today, is it?
Opens tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay.
Opens tomorrow, and it'll be around for a couple of weeks. Definitely bottoms. It's the tops. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Highly recommended.
Okay.
Maybe not for your granny and granddad.
2 or 3 minutes on the clock here.
Yeah.
Anyway, missed it Monday. You're bringing back the Equalizer 3. Is this going to be the finale? Is it? Do you think this is the end? Maybe is it?
Well, you would think so, but it made an awful lot of money, and you know what that normally means. I thought I remember talking to you about it at the time. It was surprisingly enjoyable, because you kind of think, is it going to the well once too often? But kind of like a few movies we talked about recently, because Denzel Washington is such a good actor and such a good star, even though the plot of Revenge is a bit hokey, it doesn't really matter, because you go, I could watch him do anything. I could watch him in any movie doing anything. You cannot take your eyes on him. I think he's one of those actors. He's been in some bad movies. He's never been bad in a movie. He's never, he's always watchable. And the action that's quite grungy and tough as well. People really enjoyed it. I think it's an excellent, fun action movie. And if you're someone who wants to get over the midterm and so on, and you want a night to yourself, a grown-up night, a bit of nonsense with your popcorn, it's a good choice. It's a good choice. We were both talking about Killers of the Flower Moon and how well that's done. And
How's
I know
it doing?
You're keen to see it. It's doing really well. And I wasn't sure, because it is such a long and epic movie, and it's about a tough subject. I wasn't sure if how many people would come and see it, or they might go, I might wait and watch that. It's a long movie. No, it's done really well. It might be Scorsese's highest grossing movie for quite some time, and it's really good. But it is a heavy subject, and I know sometimes when you go out to the cinema for an evening, you kind of go, yes, I would like to know about the plight of the Native Americans, but I'd rather see Denzel Washington beat up a load of people. So,
No,
you know,
but I mean, you're in Oppenheimer territory
Yeah,
here.
ab-
That's where we
uh,
are. Right?
these, I think, without having seen all the movies that are coming out yet, for the next year's Oscars, I think a serious amount of the awards are going to be Oppenheimer versus Killers of the Flower Moon. It is super, and it shows you a story should be as long as it should be. Bottoms is an hour and 21 minutes. And that's about the right running time for it. I actually think the 3 hours for Killers of the Flower Moon is justified because it's such an epic tale of America's past. You know, it takes its time to tell it because it's a story worth taking time with. It's the movies that are 2 hours that should be an hour and a half that kill me, not those ones. It's great, and it's great to see such an array of movies, even in just today. Look at the variety of stuff we've talked about. Oh, I must mention as well, it's the first Saturday of the month, so therefore there's an autism-friendly screening. So it's Trolls this week. Poptastic fun.
Okay, right. Look, great to talk to you as always. Enjoy the movies. Hope to get up and see that movie this week. Not the Trolls.
Yeah.
Killers. Okay, you know the one. That was.